Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Judge Carlin on soft language. So without further ado, let's get started.
But it didn't happen, and one of the reasons is because we were using that soft language, that language that takes the life out of life. And it is a function of time. It does keep getting worse. Give you another example. Sometime during my life, toilet paper became bathroom tissue. I wasn't notified of this. No one asked me if I agreed with it. It just happened. Toilet paper became bathroom tissue. Sneakers became running shoes. False teeth became dental appliances. Medicine became medication. Information became directory assistance. The dump became the landfill. Car crashes became automobile accidents. Partly cloudy became partly sunny. Motels became motor lodges. House trailers became mobile homes. Used cars became previously owned transportation. Room service became guest room dining. And constipation became occasional irregularity. When I was a little kid, if I got sick, they wanted me to go to the hospital and see the doctor. Now they want me to go to a health maintenance organization or a wellness center to consult a healthcare delivery professional. Poor people used to live in slums. Now the economically disadvantaged occupy substandard housing in the inner cities. And they're broke. They're broke. They don't have a negative cash flow position. They're fucking broke. Because a lot of them were fired. You know, fired. Management wanted to curtail redundancies in the human resources area. So many people are no longer viable members of the workforce. Smug, greedy, well-fed white people have invented a language to conceal their sins. It's as simple as that. The CIA doesn't kill anybody anymore. They neutralize people. Or they depopulate the area. The government doesn't lie. It engages in disinformation. The Pentagon actually measures nuclear radiation in something they call sunshine units. Israeli murderers are called commandos. Arab commandos are called terrorists. Contra killers are called freedom fighters. Well, if crime fighters fight crime and firefighters fight fire, what do freedom fighters fight? They never mention that part of it to us, do they? Never mention that part of it. And some of this stuff is just silly. We all know that. Like on the airlines, they say they want a pre-board. Well, what the hell is pre-board? What does that mean? To get on before you get on? They say they're going to pre-board those passengers in need of special assistance. Cripples! Simple, honest, direct language. There's no shame attached to the word cripple that I can find in any dictionary. No shame attached to it. In fact, it's a word used in Bible translations. Jesus healed the cripples. Doesn't take 7 words to describe that condition. But we don't have any cripples in this country anymore. We have the physically challenged. Is that a grotesque enough evasion for you? How about differently abled? I've heard them called that, differently abled. You can't even call these people handicapped anymore. They'll say, we're not handicapped, we're handy-capable. These poor people have been bullshitted by the system into believing that if you change the name of the condition, somehow you'll change the condition. Well, hey, doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
Guys, I love this part, His comedy is based on experience, he has seen a lot. So I just love his style of comedy, No matter how you make the name sound, it does not change the meaning of the name. That is it, I think I agree with him when you call a cripple a physically challenged person. Making the name a bit longer might make it sound, okay, maybe modernized, but it's still the same thing. It won't make you stand up and start walking. It's still the same thing. I think that is what he's getting at. You have to take permission from everybody. Okay, I'm changing this. You don't expect me to pronounce this as cripple. Then you prefer me to say physically challenged person or it's a bit longer. You see, cripple will go well with, it will go well. And if you accept what you are, I don't think you have any issue with the name they call you. You already know your present state. It's just like you have no money in your pocket. You're broke. Okay, that does not mean you'll be broke forever. At a particular time, you are broke. When someone call you a broke person, that's normal because you are not able to, to bring a cash from you. Same thing with the ATM. If the ATM is unable to bring a cash, the ATM is empty. It's because it's unable to dispense cash. So the ATM, you don't expect, the person putting cash there to get angry simply because the ATM is empty. Because he knows from time to time there's always cash in it. So I don't see any reason why. I don't see any reason why. I know the word is constant is change, it's normal. But at least let the word flow with the change. Because now if you decide to call someone a cripple, people will look at you like an illiterate. They expect you to call the person the name that is, currently trending, or the name everyone is calling, that situation. Anyway, let's continue, guys.
We have no more deaf people in this country, hearing impaired. No one's blind anymore, partially sighted or visually impaired. We have no more stupid people. Everybody has a learning disorder. Or he's minimally exceptional. How would you like to be told that about your child? He's minimally exceptional. Oh, thank God for that. Psychologists actually have started calling ugly people those with severe appearance deficits. It's getting so bad that any day now I expect to hear a rape victim referred to as an unwilling sperm recipient. And we have no more old people in this country. No more old people. We shipped them all away, and we brought in these senior citizens. Isn't that a typically American 20th century phrase? Bloodless, lifeless. No pulse in one of them. A senior citizen. But I've accepted that one. I've come to terms with it. I know it's here to stay. We'll never get rid of it. That's what they're going to be called, so I'll relax on that. But the one I do resist, the one I keep resisting, is when they look at an old guy and they'll say, "Look at him, Dan. He's 90 years young." Imagine the fear of aging that reveals. To not even be able to use the word old to describe someone, to have to use an antonym. And fear of aging is natural, it's universal, isn't it? We all have that. No one wants to get old, no one wants to die, but we do. So we bullshit ourselves. I started bullshitting myself when I got to my 40s. As soon as I was in my 40s, I'd look in the mirror and I'd say, well, I guess I'm getting older. Older sounds a little better than old, doesn't it? Sounds like it might even last a little longer. Bullshit, I'm getting old. And it's okay, because thanks to our fear of death in this country, I won't have to die. I'll pass away. Or I'll expire like a magazine subscription. If it happens in the hospital, they'll call it a terminal episode. The insurance company will refer to it as negative patient care outcome. And if it's the result of malpractice, they'll say it was a therapeutic misadventure. I'm telling you, some of this language makes me want to vomit. Well, maybe not vomit. Makes me want to engage in an involuntary personal protein spill. Thank you all.
Wow, guys. I told you, he's a man with the experience, I agree with him. The last thing he said about, people die, they say they expire. I've heard that in several hospitals in my country. They feel like you saying the person has passed on look disrespectful. So when you say the person has expired, it's way better than passed on or moved on. Anyway, I know things are changing. Like I said before, the only thing that's constant in this world is change. Everyone is trying to spice up their profession. They're trying to make it a little bit better. We are not seeing a videographer as a cinematographer or so. Things are changing. We are seeing pictures as still pictures. Everything is is evolving. Anyway, we have to go with the flow. If not, we'll be left out. But at the end of the day, at least let everyone know this is changing to this. Well, that is why we have to be checking our dictionary, because dictionary is changing every day. But I feel it's a bit longer, even if it sounds a little bit pleasant in our ear, because we are kind of used to the old ways of doing things. Now the world is making it look like so long as you are educated, you have to be adding these terms to your vocabulary so that you can be using them every day. That is it. We have no issue with it. We'll keep on adding them. But at least let us flow with it. Don't make me make a sentence or make a statement and make the people around me look me as an illiterate simply because I don't know the new terms, for majority of those words. Because that's what is happening now. It's like when you say something, oh, this person is deaf, they'll feel like, nah, you don't say this person is deaf, you say this person is this person is that. No, at least it's still a word and it is generally accepted. The fact that I say this person is dead or this person is deaf does not mean that I don't know what I'm saying. Communication starts from when I say something and you understand me. That is communication. Adding big grammar or updating your vocabulary is nice, but so long as two of us can understand ourselves, that is communication. Anyway, I love this so much coming from George, and I want to check out more of his video. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. It is the first time visiting my channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I remain blessed.